Are you happy where you're at right now? You ever happy?
I have to. I'm not good at being present. I was kicking it with my homegirl, and she in her mind she was like, yo, she had like thought we were gonna hang out for the whole day.
Yeah.
And I was kind of trying to cut it early.
Yeah.
And I told her like I'm not good at being present. I'm always thinking about what I could be doing. I was like, damn, I could be making music.
We've actually like together done one, and so like because we've always been talking about it, like about doing it, but that was the first time we actually did, and so I was like, I'm gonna do it there on one of those, but I don't think I'll ever put it out because
that episode.
Yeah, because first I didn't record it up top. And but the homie was on the side, kind of getting another angle, because I knew at some point she'll probably come out the frame.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got that footage, but that's it. How you doing?
Good, man. Doing pretty good.
You good?
How you doing?
I'm chilling, man. Trying to get situated. Oops. Let me see how we look on the thing. We're solid. Yeah, I'm good. I'm trying to settle down here, in this space, and trying to like. I don't think I made a good beat yet here. I'm like in a new environment, trying to like soak it all in. But so a lot of changes like recently.
Yeah.
But all for the good though. What'd you do today?
I went to work. So on Saturdays I open up the coffee shop I work at.
Yeah.
So I went to work.
What time does it open?
On Saturday it opens at 7:30.
What time you gotta be there?
I gotta be there. If I do what I'm supposed to, I'm there like 6:45. But I normally get there like around 7. I only need like 20, 30 minutes to open up, so it's usually chill anyway.
Is someone like breathing down your neck?
No, the manager's chill. He lives upstairs from the coffee shop.
Okay.
But he's super chill. So as long as I open up on time, it's all good.
Yeah. How long you been working there?
I've been there for last month, maybe like 3 years.
Do you say people's names right? Is it the kind of coffee shop where you yell people's names out?
Nah, a lot of times, sometimes if I know people from the shop, they'll be like, you know, such and such that comes in? Yeah. I'll be like, what do they get? And they'll start laughing. I was like, sometimes that's how I remember people. Like,
really?
If someone's talking like, you know, the girl with the whatever, so-and-so, I was like, that's what she get. They say Americano. I was like, yeah, I know who you're talking about. So
does that like speak to their personality a little bit or not?
A little bit. But I mean, some people's names I know. Like, I know more than just like a customer basis. But some people, it's interesting. Some people are names I don't know, but I've been making them coffee
for that
for the time I've been there.
Are you the conversation starter usually, or do you like kind of like? Because I imagine you see like extreme versions of people's personality, say in the morning as people are coming in. So, you know, some people are just like, don't fuck with me. No,
most people at the shop I work at, most people are pretty chill and they tip well. I think the funny exchanges / annoying, most annoying are when you say, hey, how's it going? And they just say they drink. Hey, how's it going? Large coffee. I'm just like, all right, that's what we're doing today. But that's like, that doesn't help a lot. But there's a few people who come in, they just like, it seems like they're not really into, no pun intended, the small talk. They're just like, yo, I'm just here to get the coffee.
Yeah. Salute them, man, because I don't think I can even though I hate small talk too, like I don't think I can like shut someone down that quick and just be like, yeah, just give me my joint, you know, like.
Yeah. I'm like the middle kind of person, because some people you come in, you have the same conversation over and over again. It's like I don't really feel like talking about the same thing. So I get it on that side, but the other side is just funny to me. It's just just gonna ignore what I said.
No. What's the most annoying part about it? Is that the most annoying part about being a bartender?
That's one of them. All these things are small. Big picture, all these things are small. But if we like taking a microscope and like zooming in on stuff, that and like people who grow impatient. So like you heard the person before you got 4 drinks. Yeah. Why? And then you come up and then you get your drink. Like I got to do theirs first. But so like that sometimes is annoying, but.
There's a little anxiety when people are waiting. Yeah. Cause like I think subliminally we like subconsciously we all kind of think, okay, this person about this many people behind. Like we already do like the thing where once our order is finished, we kind of like pay attention to the next number as said, so we can see where we are in the queue. Yeah. And then I think there's a little anxiety when like the person after you gets their order. And then do you ever notice that in the shop or does that even happen? You go in order?
Oh, no, I go in order, but...
Has there ever been a time where you kind of accidentally skipped one?
Oh, no, sometimes I skip if, let's say you got a latte and then the person behind you got Americano. So if you get a hot latte, there's 2 parts to your drink. So I got to pour your shot and I got to steam your milk. Yeah. But since I know I need 2 shots, so 2 double shots, I'll pour both of y'all's at the same time. And so before I steam the milk, I'll dump their shot in the water for the Americano and give them the drink. So it takes their drink less time to make yours, but I'm making them at the same time so they'll get theirs faster. So that optic could look a little weird, like yo, they was. But it's like yo, your part has 2 to 3 parts. Theirs only got 1. So
you ever had to explain that to somebody, or someone come up like yo?
Oh no, I'm like you coming up next. Or sometimes I'll hold it too, just so like that optic that happened. I'll just like
look too crazy. Yeah. What's the best part of it?
I think just talking and getting to know people. I think people. So like some cool people come in, but just it's interesting because you the important part. As cliche this might sound, or commercially this might sound, you the best / important part of a person's day. So you can make it or break it depending on how you look at it. Yeah. Jokingly, I always say I don't just make coffee, I make dreams come true. Damn. But that's just me being goofy.
Damn, bro. Yeah. That's where you take it? Who'd you say that to last?
Probably last weekend.
Really?
My go-to joke, especially if I'm playing a set and I'm doing a coffee song, I'll be like, I'm a barista, and people are like, you work at Starbucks? And I'm like, no, like I'm a barista. And then some people are like, oh, you from the Bay? And then some people know that like it's a joke. Yeah. But those are my go-tos. I'm a barista. Yeah. And like, I don't just make coffee, I make dreams come true. That's if I'm feeling good. If I'm really in good spirits, then I'm saying stuff like that. Instead of saying your drink name, I'm saying like heaven in a cup. I'm just saying some corny stuff. Yeah. But yeah.
That's funny though. You say that to dudes too?
Wait, what part?
The like, you know, making dreams come true and stuff.
Yeah, it depends.
Really?
Yeah, it depends.
That's funny, man. I wouldn't have a problem with it.
You better undig your grave now.
No, I just think it's funny, like imagining somebody like a Styles P coming in.
Nah, that would be funny.
Yeah.
We don't have. No, we don't have.
You don't have those characters coming up in it.
Keep your dreams big. I don't want. Nah.
That doesn't happen.
No. I work in Atwater, so most of the quick
Where
way.
is Atwater? Like, where's that like geographically?
It's I suck at
geographics.
Geography.
Yeah.
But I could tell you it's next to Silver Lake.
Okay. Okay.
So whatever. But the demo is I like to say hipsters with kids. So it's like people who are cool, but like they just got married. Now they got kids, so they coming in with the stroller. Yeah. But a lot of people who work in like film.
Okay.
But a lot of times behind the scenes.
Yeah, like the crew.
Yeah. But yeah.
What? So do you drink coffee?
I do. A year and a half ago, I didn't. I was like the barista that made coffee and didn't drink it.
Really?
I think the first time I had an Americano was this year.
You like it?
It was iced. I think the first time I ever had. The first time I ever had one, I didn't like it. But it could have been because the shot was trash.
There's some science into it. Huh?
Yeah. So if you get a drink with milk in it, it's more forgiving because you can mask the bad shot with the milk. But if it's just the shot and water, like
how's the shot bad though?
There's like parameters of like what is so your shot should be it should have some bitters and some sweets in it. So a good shot, you'll get like a citrusy flavor on the top. Like it'll taste like maybe like depending on where the bean is from, it'll taste like lemony or orange peels. And then on the back half of it, it'll taste more like chocolatey or.
This is almost like when people like drink wine and shit.
Yeah. It's like
a taste like that. But I don't think I'm at the. Maybe I'm past the age, but like it's all like alcohol or it's all caffeine. Like I haven't developed that taste yet.
No, yeah. Sometimes it's hard. Like sometimes you pick up a bag of beans and it'll say all these flavor profiles and you can't taste them.
None of them.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's like coffee. Like what?
Yeah. And then some of them you can really, really taste it. But once you get used to it or like develop a palate, you can like kinda.
You developed a palate?
No, yeah, I think so.
Really?
Yeah, you can kind of taste them. So a bad shot would be like you want it to be bitter and sweet. So you want to taste like citrus and like sweet. So a bad shot would be like just all bitter. So if you pull a shot too long, it'll taste like charcoal.
Yeah.
If you pull a shot too early, it'll taste really soury. So you want like the in between where you're getting both.
Do you feel like you get paid enough? I mean, because it sounds like it's pretty intricate.
Like a science, isn't it? Like a science-driven by art. Yeah. At the shop I work at, probably. So I get 12.
I mean, I'm trying to get.
No, it's cool. No. I was just about to say it. Dang, all in my pocket. No, I get the minimum wage here is $12 an hour now.
Yeah.
But the way that people tip at the shop,
it's nice.
It probably ranges between. It could be $20 an hour, or it could go up to like $25 an hour.
Okay. That's solid.
Yeah.
What kept you from drinking coffee? Because I don't drink coffee at all.
No, yeah.
So what kept you from drinking coffee?
I think when you first drink it, it's trash. It's like it's not like sweet. Yeah. It's not like it's just you have to develop a taste
for it.
Taste for it, yeah.
So you remember like I don't know if it was the same for you growing up, but like the time you started drinking coffee as like a kid, like it was a social status.
Yeah.
So like, you know, when people came, like say in elementary school with their Starbucks cups or something.
Yeah.
Like they were on some grown shit. Like you just like you were like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know? But that you missed that wave or what?
Nah, I think so. I mean if we want to get heavy into the coffee talk, I think Starbucks I talk stuff about if you work in third wave, so I work in third wave. So First wave is probably like Folgers, people making it at home. Second wave is Starbucks, or any coffee company that's like big and commercial.
Yeah,
so like Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf is probably like 2.5 wave. Third wave is an indie coffee shop, mom and pop, or like
the artisan portion of it. Like it's literally like a craft form.
Yeah. So no, a lot of those people who work in like the shops I work at, they usually like get bougie and say, forget Starbucks and blah blah. But without Starbucks, I don't think we get.
Yeah, it kind of made y'all popping a little bit, or aware. Made people aware.
Like this could be done better.
Yeah.
So I think that Starbucks. Damn, what was I about to say? So
Starbucks that opening.
Yeah. So I think in the beginning when you was just making it at home, it seemed like you said, it seemed like only like older people, your grandma, your parents drink it, and then I think Starbucks, what it did was it expanded the demo.
Yeah.
Now it's business people. Now it's hipsters. Now it's the working class. So I think that's what Starbucks did.
Yeah. Yeah, because back in the day it was like, okay, you got that little white cup with the green little thing in there. You were popping.
Yeah.
But how come you didn't drink coffee? Like, why did it take you that long to drink coffee?
I didn't really like it. I don't like espresso, the way that it tastes.
Yeah.
I've grown to like it now, but I didn't really like it.
Yeah.
It wasn't my thing.
Yeah. Were you late to anything else? Like when you started drinking? Or do you drink?
I don't drink. Every once in a while,
you take a little.
I might drink some wine, or if I'm at an event, and a friend is drinking, I might take a sip. But
why is that?
One, every time I say this, people are like, nobody drinks for the taste, but I don't think it tastes good.
I think it's terrible.
Unless you get like a cocktail or the sugary or something.
Yeah, then
but then are you really drinking at that point?
No. And then like if you have too much of it, it's a bad tomorrow. You know what I mean?
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
So that's 1. 3, because I don't like the number 2, but I think I said it once already, so I'm kind of a hypocrite. Yeah. But 3, I grew up in a family of like alcoholics.
Oh, okay.
So me seeing the negative effects, I think that might subconsciously, it made me like not attracted to it.
Yeah.
And then when you go to college, people just overdo it. So then like I'm just
binge drinking. It's a thing. It's a sport.
Yeah, I was like, I'm good on this.
Yeah.
But I get how it's a social thing. Like you go, it's almost impossible to throw an event and don't have alcohol.
Yeah.
It would be weird.
Yeah.
That would almost have to be the concept. Like we're not doing alcohol here.
Yeah,
and I've been to shows that are dope like that, but normally like
it's a hindrance.
If you don't have it.
Why are people like that, you think? Like why can't we just we need some sedative to like have a good time in a way, or let go of our inhibitions? Like what are people holding on to so much?
I don't know. I think people I forget what they call it. What they call it? Was it brown confidence, brown paper? Liquid courage? Yeah. I think that's what it is. I think people in social settings, people who don't know how to, not everybody who drinks, but like people who aren't the best at communicating or taking initiative. Like, I think, because if you notice, then they like loosen up, they're more talkative. So I think maybe that kind of like fills in the gap a little bit.
It's almost like it gives people like, even myself, like when I drink, I think it's a little dangerous. But it gives you like permission to be yourself in a way.
Yeah.
You know. But I know for myself, I can get a little reckless. You know what I'm saying? Because you know when you observe a lot, like you kind of growing up, you start to learn, okay, this is socially acceptable to say, and this isn't. Like you develop a filter growing up, and so like it's kind of weird because you get to an age where you start drinking and stuff, and you've developed that filter enough, and you start drinking and it just throws that filter away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it just is. It's like you become a kid again in a sense. But like there's still, you kind of developed a filter for a reason too, because you know you can hurt people's feelings for saying being too brash or something. But I don't know. It's a tricky thing. Yeah, I wish we didn't have to drink to like be ourselves at the end of the day.
Oh, word.
But like my dad was in the same boat as you. Like my dad's side of things, my parents don't drink at all. Like they're just, I think they used to, and they just went cold turkey one day. And it's just like, nah, we're not doing this anymore. But my dad had his side of things, you know, I think they had issues with like alcohol and stuff.
Yeah.
And the buck stopped with him in a way, you know, where he's just like, you see too much. And there comes a point in time where you're just like, nah, I'm not going to like carry this on out.
Yeah.
You think if you had kids that it'd be the same thing?
With alcohol?
Yeah.
If I had kids, would I drink or?
No, like you think they would have the same. Well, first of all, do you think like alcoholism is like a disease?
It's funny. My girl asked me this question once. She was like, "Do you think?" Damn, what she said? She said, "Is it a disease or addiction?" I don't remember what it was. It was like a hard question.
Yeah, trying to decipher between.
Yeah, if it was a disease or if. Damn. I think it can. Oh, she says, is it a disease or is it a choice or something? I don't remember what it was.
If it, like you do you have the choice to or not?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, essentially. And I think that I think bad habits like turn in or produce diseases. Because I think it depends on a certain disease. You know? But like. But yeah, I think bad habits. You start to do something, then you overdo it, and then it becomes that. Because I don't think anybody wakes up and like I want to be an addict or I want to be an alcoholic. I don't think. I don't know if that's on anybody's like bucket list or anything. So I think that you start to do things and then it becomes a coping mechanism, and then it forms a disease. But I don't know, I kind of go back and forth in my thoughts because I never want to be insensitive to like what somebody's going through. But on both of my parents' side, my dad was an alcoholic, and then my mom was alcoholic and like a drug abuser. So I was like, I don't know, I think it was a double whammy. And so I was like, I think that if I could stay away from it, then that might be the best thing for me.
Yeah, because it sounds like you've experienced like some kind of trauma where you had the choice of like diving deep into it and being a victim of the whole thing, or like, you know, choosing a way far from it, like to get on the polar opposite of it, you know? Yeah, I think that's an interesting question because it's like, I think some personalities lend themselves to addiction and stuff. Yeah. Just any being addicted to anything. Yeah. But I think in our society, like, not just our society, but like almost every culture has like a drinking portion of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go to Italy, you know what I mean? Like, you know, wine is mad cheap out there. Like, it's just a heavy drink. I think every culture has a portion of it where, like, alcohol is just very well accepted. And so it's just, like, it's very accessible, you know? So you have the perfect storm where it's, like, you know, you have an addictive personality and then you introduce something like alcohol to that person, and then, you know, you just opened up Pandora's box in a way. But are you close to any of your parents now? Like,
No,
you cool with
yeah,
them?
no, yeah. I'm mad close to them. It's funny because every time I tell that story, my mom would be like, "Yo, I don't mind you telling a story. Just tell the whole story." So I remember when I was younger,
Yeah.
I would tell that, and I would never say the good part. So my mom is
Why is
like,
that? You don't like the
no, it's not that I don't like the good part. It's just like that. I'd be like, if we're talking about like what we were just talking about,
Yeah.
I would say that, and then I would like forget to be like,
Yeah.
my mom's clean now. She's good now. So my mom's been clean since I was like 13.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
She's a pastor.
Nice.
My pops is, I don't think he drinks that much anymore.
Okay.
But I'm mad close to them. Probably more close to my mom. She's like my best friend.
Word.
But yeah, I talk to them pretty often.
Yeah. Is it? Do you ever? Is that a thing for you? Like you don't say the good parts of things? Like
no, it would
just
be
in that instance.
No, it would just be in that instance. Cause like when I grew up, I was like heavy into church.
Yeah.
And so
I can hear it in your music.
Yeah. Even when I was in college, in high school, you could hear it even more.
Really?
So much that people thought I was like a gospel rapper.
Yeah.
And my artist name at the time was Heaven's Favorite.
Oh, okay.
And then
I was going in.
But I wasn't like, it was heavy with the God talk. And then one time somebody was like, maybe my uncle? Yeah. He loved the name. He's like, man, it sounds like you could only be found in the gospel section. Like if I was going into a store. So then Heaven's Favorite is actually the first tattoo I ever got. Tatted on both of my wrists.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
freshman. Why Heaven's Favorite? Like what made you?
I was in church.
Yeah.
And then
why you think God was like this one right here? This is it right here.
I was just in church, and then the pastor, she passed recently, rest in peace, Anne-Marie Salzer. She was like, she was talking about how like if you want to be close to God and have a personal relationship with God, and she was like, heaven has favorites too. Like you got favorites, you got best friends.
Yeah.
Heaven has favorites, and I was like, damn, I want to be heaven's favorite.
Yeah.
And then I started this poetry group in high school called Homesick for Heaven. But then my freshman year of college, I was in the dorm room, and then I was like, nah, I gotta get rid of this, man. I don't want people to think.
It
and I started like,
It like it was just too. Why'd you take it off? Did you just thought that shit is corny or something?
No, kinda. But I think that at that time it wasn't heavy with the God stuff. I started like there was a time where I didn't curse in my music.
Yeah.
And I started doing that. Nothing crazy. Like if you listen to my music, like I'm not saying nothing crazy, but like I'm gonna drop a few cuss words here and there.
Yeah.
Or if the vibe calls for it, I might. I don't know. But
no, I mean, because I grew up in a very, very like faith-based Christian household too. So I know, like I remember like in junior high, it was like a big thing because I went to a Christian junior high, right? And so it was like that was when everybody started cursing and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like on the last wave of that. Like I was like, y'all, you guys are bugging. Like, I'm not you don't know God has ears too. People was over here, it was funny. Like it was just a big deal. Like as a private school kid, like when if you was raised in private school and then you come to this point where like you get to junior high and you have like a mix of like private school kids and then people that got kicked out of public schools.
Yeah.
And like it was like a big thing when you started cursing and stuff. I think I was a late bloomer. I think I didn't start cursing till like 8th grade or something. You know what I mean? Like something ridiculous.
But yeah, when I was in high school, so this is how heavy I was into it. My mom was a pastor, my step pops was a pastor. I got like licensed as a youth minister when I was in 8th grade. And then
8th grade.
Yeah. And then when I was a sophomore,
you wanted to like be a youth pastor?
I guess at the time it was like when I was little, I used to fall asleep in church. My mom used to like give me whippings, and then when I got older, it all became interesting to me. And I started taking.
What part? Like the stories, or
just I started paying attention actually, and not falling asleep. And I was like, yo, this is interesting. And then I took a couple classes, and then the bishop, since I was younger, he was going to give me a temporary license, and then he said, God spoke to him and said, no, like if you think that he's ready, give him the full license and like everybody else. So he gave it to me.
You read Timothy.
And then sophomore year of high school, I got ordained as a youth pastor. Okay. And I was like, I would preach every Sunday. That was the youth.
You had the sermons ready, or what?
Ready? Yeah. And I was pretty good at it. Like people wanted me to like, they would like have me like pay me to preach, be like a guest preacher at their church. And then when I got to college, when you get to college, either you grow closer to God or you start like fading away. Like y'all start spending less time together. So, and that's what happened. Gotcha. And then, but like I still believe. So like you'll hear bits and pieces in the music. But my freshman year, I was like, all right, I need a new name. This is college. I was like, it was between Emmitt James and James Emmitt.
Why?
I was like, okay, since I talk about what's going on in my actual life, I should change it to my name, my real name. But I didn't know if I wanted to be Emmitt. James is my middle name. I was like, I didn't know. So I did a test. I was like, next coming to the stage, just in my room, like, James Emmitt. I was like, that's a little weird. And then I did the Emmitt James. And I was like, this is the one. And then,
is Emmitt your first name?
Yeah, Emmitt's my first name. Fun fact, I share names with Emmitt Till. I mean, he spells his differently. Yeah.
That's why it's almost like kind of dark.
Yeah.
Because like, I do think about Emmitt Till when I read your name.
Yeah. Sometimes to mess with white people, they'll be like Emmitt Smith. I was like, yeah, or Emmitt Till. And then like sometimes they know, and then sometimes it's crazy to think that some people don't know who Emmitt Till is.
That is crazy. I just brought Emmitt Till up like a couple days ago because, first of all, it still fucks with me, like that whole story. But then like it fucks with me to a point where like I register white women off of like the type of woman he probably was getting at that time. Yeah. So like, and then because of that, those white women kind of make me nervous.
Nah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cause I was downstairs at my leasing office, and there was like this white woman there. I don't know. There's like a certain way a certain white woman that carries themselves, especially in like real estate. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, platinum blonde.
Yeah.
She had big ass fake tits. She might have got some facial work done, and immediately I was like, you know, I felt like I had to watch my words. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like it's a, I don't know. That stuff is like, it's a generational thing. Like it goes on for generations. That whole, so it's like weird how people don't know that, like that story. Yeah. Not even the story, but what like it actually happened. Yeah. Like it's not like something you just fabricate.
Yeah, definitely. Like, so that, and then the darker I also share birthdays with Trayvon Martin. We got the same birthday.
Damn, bro.
So I got a line in the song that goes, I share names with Emmitt Till, birthdays with Trayvon. Moral of the story: I was never meant to stay long. Like it's a very like, I mean, obviously, I don't want that to be my truth, but like, I think about that sometimes. That like, that I share these things with people who
went too early.
Yeah, too early and share like tragic deaths because of like racial injustice and like racism and all that type of stuff.
So the fact that you were never meant to stay long isn't off of your accord, but it's off of, you know, someone else's.
Yeah.
You know, which is something unfortunately we have to think about all the time. you know, as black men, you know what I mean? Like, it's just so strange. Like even like yesterday, I was walking to my place from the train station, and there was like this white woman ahead of me, and I just was like, I'm gonna just like fall back a couple steps. You know what I mean? Just to like, it just sucks that like our skin, we there's a point where you don't have to, but like you kind of feel like you need to put everybody at ease because of your skin. You know what I mean? And no, it's fucked up. You know. But how do you get out from being from a dark conversation like that?
Do you listen to the Joe Budden podcast?
Yeah.
What do they play? They play the Gap Band.
No, outstanding.
Outstanding.
But no, so like you got into college. The way I think, you'll hear like the big points I take away from what you're saying. So I was about to say, you got out of college and you started drifting away from God, in a sense.
Yeah,
it sounds like.
We still homies. We still connect.
So, what were you filling that time in with? You know what I'm saying?
Well, in college, I mean, you got a lot going on. You take your classes. If you're in a relationship with somebody, like that's your time.
Is that your truth right there, or what? Like you get booed up real quick?
No, I did.
You did?
Fairly easily. I left high school, and there's this girl that I thought I was gonna marry.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It was like going sour. We're still mad cool to this day.
Yeah.
We don't talk much. How you gonna be mad cool with somebody else? But no, we like on.
I mean, that's how you say mad cool.
No, we're on good terms. It just didn't work out. So then, I was kind of talking to somebody back home, and then like I met this.
Where's home?
Milwaukee. I'm from the Midwest.
Ah, word.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So I've been here in January. It'll be 4 years in LA.
Really?
Yeah.
And you here to stay? I mean,
I think so.
After 4 years, right?
No, I think so.
Yeah.
LA feels like home now.
Yeah.
It feels good.
Yeah. So she was back home?
I was talking to this girl. It was one of those situations. I don't know if you've ever been in it, but situations where you like someone, you talk to somebody, and it could work out, but the time never just presents it because you're always in a relationship. But so she was kind of actually in a relationship.
Yeah.
It was like she was exiting one.
Don't tell you was
no, it was just I was trying to keep it on the friend level. Nah.
You was a homie that with the shoulder.
It cuts here. It's like we have to cut it because. So yeah, I was kind of that guy with a different girl, but it didn't work. Then I met this girl on campus, and then we ended up being together all the way until the end of my junior year of college. Mm-hmm. I'm a serial dater, so usually when I'm with people, I'm always with somebody, and it's usually for like a substantial amount of time.
No, I'm with you. I'm a lover boy too.
Yeah.
No, it's a thing. How long? What's the longest period you've been single?
If you count. So I've been in a relationship I am now since in February it'll be 2 years.
Okay.
And it was a little break.
Yeah.
We did long distance and then she moved here and then blah blah. But
where was she before?
She's from Milwaukee too.
Really?
But she was in Colorado for a little bit.
Okay.
And then she moved here. But before that, we had this break and she didn't have nothing to do with me because I couldn't make up my mind. So it's like a 2 month.
But you wanted to be with her? Right?
Yeah, it was just like I had just exited a relationship.
Oh, okay.
And then like we were entering into that one, and I didn't think it was fair to be like.
You think that's a thing? You think that's like? You think it's healthy? Obviously, you probably had a dilemma because you're like, this is probably unhealthy to just go from relationship to
I try to like before I went and before we became solid again, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be by myself. I got my own apartment. It was small and dirty, but it was mine.
Yeah, it's yours. That's your joy. That's your spot, man.
And then
your humble abode.
Yeah, and then 2 months went by, and then we reconnected, and then she moved here, and then we've been together for almost 2 years now.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say, like 2 months.
2 months? Damn. No, but I was about to say,
because either I'm always with somebody or like or talking to somebody, and at that point I was like, you know what? Focus on myself. That's when I like started to try to do the vegan thing. I had my own spot. I was killing it. And then
Shorty crept in.
And
so, do you think you're a better person now, or do you think you had? You got to say you're a better person because it set you up for the wet up.
I think so. I think that we add value to each other's life. I think so.
What was the determining factor where you was like, man, we just gonna plunge right into this?
Well, we did long distance for a couple months. And then after. She got tired of like waiting on me. She just stopped talking to me for like a couple months.
Damn, she did the whole. I'm gonna pull the plug.
She was like, I can't do this. And then we didn't talk. A couple holidays went by, and then we got on the phone, and then we would like flirt here and there, like lightly flirt, and then reminisce. And then I think one day we just like super deep dived into that, and then was like, yo, we should try this again. But she was in Colorado.
What was your tactics on flirting? How'd you get back up in there in the races after she
I think that
she ghosted you?
I think that
did you hit her? Don't tell me you was like, Happy Thanksgiving.
No, I think what happened was it was natural and organic. We would like laugh and then talk about what the old times, even the bad stuff. Like
no, that's
you know how people. I don't know if it's popular on the West Coast, but it's probably just a meme culture thing. It's like, this could be us, but you playing. That thing. We was like, remember this?
So you just randomly just send a meme like that?
No, we would be talking about something in the past, and then she might say like, yeah, that was before, but you couldn't make up your mind. And I'll like be like, blah, 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 we could do this, but you playing. But you live all the way in Colorado. Or
so
like,
you got
stuff like that.
You drop hints like, you still interested in stuff, like making it work?
Kinda. We kind of stayed away from that, and then the last time we had a conversation, I was in Chipotle. Damn. I got a burrito. I was trying the sofritas for the first time. It was trash.
The vegan?
Yeah, it was too salty.
Yeah. I'm starting to think you have like you're a picky eater.
No.
Like you got too many.
No, I try to be vegan, but it doesn't work out well. Yeah. So then I say
it's expensive.
Then I say I'm freegan, which means if it's free, I'll eat it. But then what I ultimately want to do is like eat meat once a month. So then that way, like I go out and it's fancy. And then the rest of the month, just like try to not to eat meat. But this year, I just not. This
wasn't working out. I'm still trying to figure out like how like you got back in the game, bro. Like how like because it's
with her.
Yeah, like because you guys weren't talking. Like I'm just interested in how people like.
I think for Thanksgiving
weasel themselves in.
It stopped. We stopped, and then she had called me, but then I was busy, and then Christmas came. I don't think we talked on Christmas. We might have talked on New Year's. We probably started talking then. My birthday's in February.
Okay.
So like she hit me and she was like, "Yo, happy birthday." I think she tweeted happy birthday to my sunflower or something.
Dang.
Because like I have a song called Sunflower, and so it was just like one of those things. I think she tweeted like a picture we took when I went to go visit her once.
So she gave you that confidence to go get it then, in a way.
Yeah, we might have been back on that point too.
Okay.
But like we would just check in here and there, but it would be like within 2 months we probably only talked once or twice. And then when February hit, we started talking more. She was already planning on moving here, but we didn't want it to be like
because of that.
Yeah, because of me. I'd rather you. So then we were like, all right. I was like, I got my own spot. It's very small. But you can move here for the first month, and if you don't like the idea of living together, then you get your own spot. And then she never left.
Damn.
But we got a new apartment now, though.
You guys at the new spot?
Yeah, just in case you were concerned about
the square footage.
No, yeah, because she has a dog too. It's a package deal.
Yeah, I do see the dog in you guys' stories.
Yeah.
That's a what kind of dog is it?
It's an English bulldog.
Is that the dog that like the eyes? Oh, damn, I'm dark as fuck, dog. I'm sorry. I had to go through with it now.
Is it the ugly dog?
No. Like, I know there's some dogs like it's just like their eyes just fall out sometimes.
I don't think so.
No,
his eyes never.
You last time you checked, the eyes were still in the sockets. Yeah.
I don't think his eyes ever came out.
Really? No, I heard a story of like there's a certain breed of dogs where
I've heard of that too. I don't know. I don't remember what breed it is though.
Yeah. I heard a story of like that specific dog. The eye came out and they just ate it. They just ate their own eye, man.
No, that's funny.
It's crazy.
Dogs almost eat anything. They get particular sometimes though.
Really?
Yeah. Sometimes my dog he won't eat things that I think that he would eat.
Like what?
Like a bell pepper or something? He was like, nah, I'm going on that.
This is trash, bro. Like, you thought I was gonna eat this?
Or like it's a fruit that I think that he won't eat. I don't know.
Does it have like respiratory issues?
Yeah. He eats fast too. So for a minute we had to like tell him like stop.
Yeah.
He'll eat and then we're like stop, and he listens.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, eat.
Swallow your food.
But we did that so much that he's traumatized now. So now when it's time to eat, we're trying to reverse it where he could just eat. Like he don't believe it now when you like you could go eat. Like, you sure?
Dogs are so funny, man. Like I've been like wanting a dog lately. I don't know why, but I just think it's funny like how they're trainable. And I also think it's kind of weird because like we've bred dogs in a certain way. So the fact that like every type of like an English bulldog has a certain personality. Like you can go on the internet and be like, yeah, usually they're this.
Yeah.
You know? It's strange to me. Like, and because at some point there were like a wolf or something, or wolf food, you know?
Yeah.
Like there was some wild animal at some point. And then they were like bred to be a certain type.
Yeah.
Like what was an English bulldog before it was an English bulldog? And how did they do that?
Yeah, I wonder how far they are from being wild again. My homie told me that cats are only 3 generations away from being wild. So if you had a cat, left it outside, and then it had a baby, it would be wild again. And like it was in the street still, like which is wild.
Yeah, you think they turn on us? I really feel like
cats or dogs?
Cats.
Cats. I had a friend who described it like this, which I think is funny and it's pretty true. Dogs are like, oh, thanks for taking care of me. I love you. Yeah. And then cats are like, yeah, you better take care of me. That's kind of usually like the vibe. I had a cat in college once.
Did you?
Yeah.
What happened to it?
He
just felt
he was peeing on everything.
Oh.
Peed on a beanbag. I was like, it's just a beanbag. Threw it away.
Yeah.
Then he peed on a couch.
Yeah.
You gotta go, man. I can't replace a couch. But then later on in life, I found out they got spray where that gets. I was like, I wish I would have knew that.
They got what?
They got like spray that like you can get like you don't have to throw your stuff away anymore.
Oh, to get rid of the odor?
Smell. No, yeah. Oh. So I took him because I got the cat from Craigslist.
Why do people? Why do you like? Are cats responsive? Like they're not responsive like they are with dogs.
Not dogs. Roll over. They don't do that.
I looked at you crazy, right?
No, yeah, they'll just be like. I don't know. They're kind of like bougie.
Yeah, they're like teenagers.
Yeah,
I mean, not that I have a teenage girl, but like that's what I imagine want to be, like with the hormones and just like leave me alone. You ever had that? I had that phase when I was a teenager. When I was like, "Don't talk to me."
Yeah.
You never had that?
Maybe.
You was
I can't
always
remember.
just like, you was always like an
Like
open,
to my parents?
Yeah.
Nah.
You didn't get in moods like I'm gonna be in my room.
No, I don't think so. Yeah. I know that phase though.
Yeah. How were you? How were you in high school? Because you were the. Was it like a school-wide thing where you were the youth pastor?
Oh no, just like in like the church community.
Okay.
School, high school was cool. It was different because like when I was my sophomore year, I was dating this girl who's way more experienced than me.
Experience as in how? Let's clarify. Let us know.
She was just like, she was sexually active. I wasn't. Only thing we did, I don't know how she stuck around that long, but it wasn't really long. It was like a few months.
Yeah.
But like, it was funny because my homie had been with her and to mess with me. Damn. I don't know if he was a homie. Now that I think about it, but he had
very blurred. Though,
he
had homie line.
He had been with her, and he would be like, "Yo, we used to do this and shit."
No.
Y'all didn't do that yet? just like messing with me, and
that hurts my heart, man.
And so that's what ruined the relationship. Because then, like, I brought it up, and then I'm like talking about stuff.
Wait, you brought it up?
Yeah.
How'd you bring it up? I know it was tactless because you were young and you just didn't know how to bring stuff like that up. But it was burning like, your heart to be like, "Yo, I already did it this way."
Like, he's doing this, but I wasn't sexually active at that time. So all we did, I don't even think, did we kiss? I think we might have kissed, but it was mostly hugs and holding hands. Yeah. And so to be with somebody, if you've been sexually active like before, and it seemed like a lot.
Yeah.
So it was like to be with somebody like that, I felt like you had to like them.
Yeah, yeah.
Not that sex is everything, but
it had to mean something.
It had to mean something. I think she did like me, but I got too in my head. And jealous and like bringing that stuff up, and she was just like,
I used to like, for me, like the Carfax let me know.
No, I clarify.
They let me know like what my intentions were at some point. I think, well, I'm not anywhere close to single now, but I think there's a certain maturity to like look past that. But like in high school, you're not there at all.
No.
You know, like there's no. You gotta be like a god. You gotta be heaven's favorite to really.
You did there.
You gotta be like a different person to like be able to be like, "Oh, you did this? Okay, whatever." You know.
Yeah.
Usually that's like a huge thing. That's like,
I just got to that level to like, I don't even know why people ask, but I feel like it's something that people they don't really
about the body count you're talking about.
Yeah, it's just like you don't need to.
Nah, but I think just as kids though, we were just ruthless in a way. Yeah, like you like there's a point in time when like even like that was around when like cell phones were popping and pictures were being sent. Like you knew the girls who would like send certain pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And even that for me, I was like, yo, I can't even take her serious because honestly, like I'm gonna just get in where I fit in over here real quick, and then like, yeah, it was like not a great part of myself, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's why for me, like I'm not. That's why I was a lover boy, because I didn't like who I was when I was single. You feel me?
Yeah.
So you graduate from high school, you go to college, and then how were you? Did you graduate from college?
Yeah, I graduated.
What college did you go to?
I went to University of Wisconsin, Stevens Point. So UW Stevens Point, yeah.
I have no clue where that is.
Yeah,
I know it's in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
But how was the man? How was that? You know what I mean?
Going to college there?
Yeah.
It was cool. I'm from Milwaukee, so Milwaukee is...
How far is that from there?
Like 2.5 hours away.
Okay.
But Milwaukee is the inner city. That's like what I call it, the real people are. And then outside of Milwaukee, you start going, I think it's north.
Yeah.
It becomes real like red and Republican.
Yeah.
So I went to school in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And there was 26,000 people in the town.
In the town.
And 10,000 of those people were the students from the school.
Yeah.
So it was mostly a college town.
How were the people there? Like, obviously mostly white.
Yeah, mostly white. It was fun. I was used to that though, because even in high school, I went to school with mostly white and Hispanic students.
Yeah.
And then in middle school, I think it was mostly white. So I was used to it at that point. You kind of had to travel to go to good schools when I was in middle school and high school.
Yeah,
so
I know the feeling.
But it was cool. I didn't plan to go to college right away. I didn't get into a school I wanted to go to, and then I was going to move to Philly. Went to Philly with my aunt and my uncle, just to realize that my uncle and I don't get along like that. And then I went back home, and then 2 weeks later, school started. Somebody helped me get into the school. 3 days before the school started. And then I was there.
Has it always been like that your whole life though? Because it sounds like there's a lot of white people, a lot of Latinos, right?
Yeah.
So was it always like that, or growing up, or was there a shift at some point, you know?
Well, I think as far as the school education part goes, I grew up in a black neighborhood, but then when it was time to go to school, it'd be like on a different side of town. So so the population.
So you had to travel. That's why you say you had to travel to
go to a decent school. But in Milwaukee, it's interesting. It's one of the most, if not the most, segregated city in the States. Once you hit certain streets, the population changes. Like once you hit, there's a street in Milwaukee called National, and once you hit that street, completely Mexican, completely Latin. Once you hit Wells, it's completely black. Like it's just like super sectioned off.
I imagine it being almost like, I think a couple years ago I went to Chicago, but I was like in downtown Chicago, and there was a point where I was like, damn, where are all the black people? You know what I mean? Like, you know. You get to a point where you're just like, yo, I know they got black people here.
Definitely,
Where y'all at, man?
They're probably, a lot of them just not downtown.
Not downtown, exactly. And I'm sure there's a line where you're crossing now, you're in Chirac. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it sounds like, hearing it. Was it like that? Like, like you hit a certain section and then you're just in a completely different neighborhood?
No, it was definitely. And sometimes, like you'll be walking and it'll be like a low-income neighborhood, and then you walk up for 2 blocks, it's nice houses. It'll be weird, and then like 2 more blocks up, it's back to like not so good housing. But Milwaukee, it's just super segregated that way. But it's smaller than Chicago, but I like to call it a small Chicago. Chicago's Chicago's the 3rd biggest city in the States population-wise. So it's 3 million people. Milwaukee's like 600,000.
Oh, damn.
So same feel and vibe, but just much smaller.
Only thing I know about Milwaukee is the Bucks. You know? But I'm glad I'm getting to hear more about it.
It has the same thing as Chicago too, because a lot of times people talk about Chicago, they talk about Chirac, they talk
Yeah.
about people dying, and all that's real, all that's happening.
Absolutely.
But simultaneously, there's a super dope like DIY art scene that's happening.
In Milwaukee?
Yeah, and in Chicago.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they both have like those
It's-
things where like we know the violence exists, and if you watch the news, like that's probably all you see and all you hear, and then you go to the city, and it's just like mad people doing dope shit. Same thing in Milwaukee.
It makes a lot of sense. And
Yeah.
you got, I mean, it's kind of weird, but like best stuff comes from that kind of environment, I guess, you know. It just like lends itself to good expression, you know.
Yeah.
When's the last time you went back?
I was there in April of this year,
Okay.
and it was snowing.
You used to the cold though, huh?
No, yeah, that's why I'm left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't get any kind of seasons out here. We barely get a
just
winter.
70 and up
Yeah.
most of the time.
Yeah. Anything lower than that is like, yo, get your jacket, man. It's
First year I moved
crazy.
here, I was at work and it was 65. This dude came in the shop with a pea coat and gloves and a scarf. I'm like, what are you doing?
The roasting began. Everywhere, like I got a lot of family. Well, most of my family is not from here, so they're like from places that have seasons and stuff. And like, anytime they see a picture of me in a jacket, they're like, "For what? Like, what are you doing?" It's a fashion statement. Yeah, but I'm still really interested in like your relationship with God. I don't know, that keeps like, so like, where are you at with it? Like, are you?
No, it's interesting. I think that sometimes like,
What would you call yourself? If you had to say
sometimes
something?
like, for quick description, if somebody's like, "Are you a Christian?" I might say yes, like just because I know what they mean by that. They're like, "Do you believe in God? Do you?"
Yeah.
There's a set of beliefs that come with that, and for the most part, that makes sense to me. So I'll just say yeah. But sometimes I feel uncomfortable. If we could unpack it, like we can do here, I might say like, I don't know. I just believe in God.
Yeah.
I think that. I believe he died on the cross for our sins and all that other type of stuff. But there's some things in the book that like I just ain't been getting jiggy with for a little while.
Yeah.
So
like what? Like is there anything specific?
The gay marriage thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just like, nah. And then selfishly, the sex before marriage thing.
Yeah.
That's too long.
Yeah.
And those are pretty much the three big things.
Yeah.
I know I just said two, but I don't like the number two. So those are the three big things. Yeah.
That's your go-to. You got like a lot of
little phrases.
Yeah, I mean it comes with the territory as like performing.
Yeah.
You got to transition between songs and stuff.
Yeah.
But no, I feel you, because I kind of feel similarities, you know, just from my upbringing and stuff. But then like you said, there comes a point in time when you get either really close or you get really far. And I think you start because a lot of this stuff is like a religion that your parents gave you or something.
Yeah.
Or your environment did. That's exactly what it is. So it's like a religion, and then you get away from that environment, or you start creating separation from your parents, and then you got to kind of figure out, do I believe this or not? You know?
Yeah.
You got to kind of have to forge your own belief system. You think that's what happened?
Yeah, I think for college, for a lot of people who grew up Christian, you go to college, and that's where that divide happens. Either you get farther, you get closer, or your relationship with God or your faith or whatever it is becomes stagnant, because you start to like, to make it quick, not that all Christians believe this, but to make it quick, you learn that being gay is bad. so to speak, right? And then you go to college, or you shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Right? And then you go to college, and then you become friends with people who like that's their sexual orientation. So then you kind of like, yo, but like my faith is said but this dude's cool, and like
you get outside of a bubble where you get hit with like facts. You know what I mean? Like like just real shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you get confronted with that person that the Bible said was not okay. You know, and then you find out, oh, they're a pretty cool dude. You know what I mean? Like pretty cool person.
Yeah. On the flip side, though, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make this point the way I want to and be captured. Yeah. On the flip side, I think that people should be able to, like, if you're devoted to your religion and your faith says that, like, you shouldn't agree with this lifestyle, go ahead, believe that. Yeah. I even think that you should be vocal about that. Yeah. Now, if you're on the flip side and your lifestyle is opposed to that, I also think that you should be vocal and fight for your right to be vocal and do different things. I get to the with the gay thing. I get to the point where I'm just like, first of all, that's an intimate act between other people. That has nothing. What you do in your bedroom, straight or gay, I don't really care.
There's a certain element of like, why do I need to know? Why do I need to know that what you like what gets you off?
Yeah. So that, I feel like that shouldn't concern me. Yeah. So that part outside of religion, I don't understand. The other part, I started to have an issue with, like, in certain states. I don't know if it's still true, but in certain states, if you're gay, you get denied like health insurance, and I'm just like, that's why. I'm not like whether I think it's right or wrong. Who am I to like be voting that you can't get health insurance? Or who am I to say that you can't get married? Like, I just don't think those things concern me.
Yeah.
But if you're Christian and you want to be vocal about that, go ahead.
I think where I have an issue with it, and this happens in my upbringing, is I have an issue with like telling people what to do and how they should live their life, right? So like a lot, you know, coming up in Christian schools and like and all that, a lot of it was like, you should go witness to people and like try to lead people to Christ and stuff. And that made me feel bad because I never did. I was just like, well,
keeping Jesus on the low?
Yeah, no, not even on the low. It's like you ask me, I'll be like, yeah, I believe it. But I'm not going to be like, yo, my man, what you believe in nowadays? You know what I mean? Like, there's one savior that can save you from everything. I just wasn't that guy. But then I think like, a lot, those kind of people were kind of like, they made you feel bad in a way if you weren't that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just like you said, like, do like you have your belief system. Do whether you believe in that shit or not. Just don't force other people to do it. Like I just don't think that that's okay.
If I could shoot them some bell, all my Jehovah's Witnesses. No, if I can though, I'm the same as you. I'm not gonna try to convert you.
Yeah.
I also like to think that people's lives speaks in volumes. I got friends who are Christian when I was in college and high school, and you like, I mean, you knew if you knew them, but you wouldn't know because they're not like trying to Jesus you to death.
Yeah.
But at the same time, though it's not my personality, I do understand why people make it their mission to do it.
Yeah.
If you think that
life changing.
Yeah. If you think that this is the way, the truth, and the light for you, and you're a compassionate person, you might also feel like, yo, this changed my life? I could only imagine what it's going to do for you.
Break you off something real quick. You know?
But I think
I see that.
It don't come off like that. It always comes off like, you kind of judgy, you preaching to me, telling me what to do.
What I'm not supposed to be doing.
That's what a religion does to a lot of people. Like, it just sounds like a bunch of rules. And I don't... It kind of is, but
that are unnatural. Like you got, like in Christianity, it's like a very self-loathing religion, or faith, where you got to deny yourself most of the time. You know what I'm saying? So, no, that's not appealing, man. Like I don't, I don't want to feel bad for the way I've been made. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's life also. Like, at a macro level, you're constantly, say someone like, so I'm in school right now actually, and like there's just people that annoy me, and I tell my lady, I'm like, yo, I just want to punch this person in the face, you know? Like I just want to just like, I don't think that's ever happened to them, so I just want to be there for them to deliver it to them. But you can't do that, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't just punch people in the face and think it's sweet.
Yeah.
You know, you have to deny yourself in that sense. So
I thought that was the metaphor that people, or is it?
What?
People don't want to get punched in the face, and that's what trying to convert somebody is kind of like.
See now, that's your rapper. That's you as a rapper, bro. You going in? It can be. I mean, that's how you.
That's
take
what I thought it was going. Never mind.
No, I like where that came down at. But yeah, some people don't want to get punched in the face, though. When they need it, you know. Damn, what were we saying? Why did I go into that point? Yeah, I guess that's my biggest tiff with it is just like, but then there's like, okay, so for you, like myself, like I still believe in God. If I were to say I'm a Christian now, I'd bite my tongue after.
Yeah.
You know, like because I hate what I hate everything that it represents at this point. Like it's just, you get put in like, that person who you told's view of what that is.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's very complex. It's like very faith-based. And then I don't want to be like that guy's like, I'm spiritual. Like I think those people kind of, they're a type of person too that I don't feel like I identify with.
I know exactly.
Like what you mean spiritual, bro? But I think like I'm just a person with a set of beliefs that lean towards, you know, what I was raised in. Like that's what makes sense to me.
Yeah.
But like for you, what makes it? Why do you keep believing it? You know what I mean? Like why do you keep believing in God? Do you have any questions? For that, like his existence at all?
No, yeah, I think everybody has mad questions. I think the big thing is when you run into an atheist or someone who doesn't believe, their main point is like, prove to me that's real. And then my thing is like, prove to me that's not real. So we're gonna always like bump heads.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's like, not even like, you get nothing out of trying to prove or like say.
Well, I don't think there's anything that you can prove here on like everything is like until something else happens it'll change facts. But I guess like for you, what makes it real?
I think in the beginning it used to be my mom's transformation. Like she believed it so much, and like she was on like drugs and alcohol heavy and backsliding heavy, and then like she reached a point where she was like, this is what this is what this faith did to me, and she's been clean like ever since. So like via that, and then I think from growing up in it, I just hold it close to me and dear to me, which is interesting because like as I get older, every time I date someone, it's always a woman who don't believe in God.
Really?
Especially coming to LA, I attract people who just don't. Like my girlfriend doesn't believe in God.
Yeah.
It's interesting because if I was in high school at that time, it wouldn't work.
It wouldn't, because you had like that religion and shit.
Yeah,
like,
I was like, no, this.
Like for some reason, like I don't even know if it says that in the Bible, but for some reason, it's just like taboo to be with someone that's not. I even hate saying this phrase, like a believer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, I mean, so like most of the women that you got with, they just weren't, they didn't have the same belief system?
No, they don't believe, or they're like into like crystals, moon ceremony, like that whole like
song.
And I don't even say that in the like a mockery kind of way. I'm just like trying to quickly describe or give elements of the way of life. But so like they don't. But as I got older, we get to a point where it just works. Like my girlfriend don't try to convert me. I don't try to convert her.
Is she something? Did she
she's more so like just believes in energy, and she doesn't. It used to be like a hard no. I don't believe in God, and now it's like I don't know.
I totally see where she's coming from too.
But our relationship works. Like I pray for my food. Yeah, she doesn't. But look, she'll wait for me to pray for my food, and then we'll eat. Or sometimes, like, she'll try to be funny. I know you probably know this phrase, like, God works in mysterious ways. Yeah. She don't believe in God at all. And one time I said something, I was like, I don't know how that happened. She's like, well, you know, God works. It was funny because it's like, what? No. Or she'll be like, you know, something the Lord. Or I was like, what are you talking about?
I just think that jargon is funny, period. Because it's just so, I even make fun of it today where it's just like, me and my lady, we kind of just like, I think it's pretty much making a mockery of like church lingo and stuff. Because it's just like, I think it goes back to like forcing the issue on, because like say you go into the grocery store and it's just like, yo, have a blessed day. It's just like, oh man, like what do you, like I wasn't even in that mind state, bro. It's like kind of say it in your head or something. It's just like kind of like I'm forcing this on you, but at the same time, like I kind of understand. Like I just think there's way too many things happening that happen in our lives to be like, yeah, that was nothing. Like there's something that's kind of orchestrating the whole situation. You know what I'm saying? And I think everybody feels that regardless. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Whether, even if you're an atheist, I think you attribute it to what, science or something, or like, you know, that's just how the world works. Yeah. But I think we all kind of bow to like something, unless you're just extremely conceited, you kind of bow to something. You know, there's something that's out of our hands, you know? Yeah. So like I totally, and whatever that something is to you, then, you know, that's what, for you it's God, for her it's energy, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think anybody has the right answer at the end of the day. It's what you believe in at the end of the day. You know? Yeah. But yeah, so it's tough when that whole question comes up, when it's like, yo, so like, what are you? You know? Yeah. I haven't done this in a while, so I'm kind of like scatterbrained. What have you been caring about like lately?
Well, what had my mind like the last couple of weeks is like the voting stuff. Because I do mine by mail because I don't want to stand in a line. But so doing that, doing research on that, it's interesting every time that happens. Because like I don't be paying attention, and then when this comes,
you almost got to do homework.
I was watching YouTube videos. You know what's funny? Ad beef. Rap beef ain't got nothing on ad beef.
Tell me, explain.
I was watching this candidate talk about another candidate.
Okay.
And then he was just saying, like, it was funny because he's like an older dude and he was on the beach. I was like, why is he on the beach? I guess because we're in California, he's trying to relate. And he was just talking about how like a lot of votes didn't get counted because his opponent was just like having people register and vote.
No, they're recounting in Texas. I just saw
a lot of votes getting recounted. People's address. 31 people said the address was a check cashing place.
Make it difficult for cats to like even get their vote off.
And the guy was just talking about him, who's like, because he's incompetent. I was just like,
they threw the incompetent at him.
They was just like, he kept saying that.
He's feckless.
And I was just like, man, this is crazy.
Yeah. So they just throw, that's a hard,
But it was like a low. It's like low level on the ballot. I think it was. I forget what one it was. So the video.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, like big ads like you could tell when the video's produced. It looks like somebody, like, it wasn't a bad video, but it was just
there was some production value.
Yeah, just like that was low, and it was just funny to me. But yeah, that's kind of.
Do they? You think ads do their job, like stuff like that? Did it make you feel a way about?
I thought it was funny. I didn't like pick them, but
were you going to anyways?
I think that,
but imagine if that swayed somebody.
I mean, it could, if you don't know that much, and it's just like on the surface, it sounds right. Like, oh, these votes are being. A lot of votes haven't been counting, or a lot of votes people have been registered who shouldn't be registered, I guess. Yeah. Funny story, when Trump was running, I got a confession. I battle raps. Yeah. When it's late at night, I'll just be up watching that. But around this time was election for Donald Trump, and then.
Wait, will you be watching what?
The URL. I don't know. Do you watch battle rap?
Oh yeah. Sometimes.
So I got like it just like
the old ones or the newer ones, like in the stage.
New.
Like I like my battle raps in a huddle with a lot of concrete around on the street.
So, but battle rap is like
It's huge now.
It's pretty big. Yeah. Like some battle rappers are getting paid like
for sure
$20,000
for sure.
Most people are like 5 and low, but some people are like up there on the totem pole. It's just like what?
Now, when I was watching battle rap, it was like Serious Jones. It was
he's not around that much anymore.
He's not around anymore.
But I remember the battle with him and versus Murder Mook.
He didn't get washed on that.
Murder Mook?
No,
Serious Jones.
Yeah,
I thought he did pretty good, but Murder Mook
won. He had more charisma. Yeah, because Serious Jones had like this weird cadence. And then we got like, "Are you mad because I'm styling on you" from battle rap videos? You remember that?
What you mean?
You remember that video where this dude was like, "Oh, you mad because I'm styling on you?" And the dude just went to his face and clocked him.
Hit him?
Yeah, you don't remember that?
Maybe. It's funny because there's a video where a guy, it's like a white guy talking, interpreting all the slang.
Yeah.
So it's like the battle rapper saying like, "I'll shoot you, kill you, sleep with your girl," and the guy was like, "If you don't stop, then I would have to like commit murder." And like, because it's like translated to like,
because he was like in the middle, he was like, "Yo, fall back, yo, like, chill," and he kept coming, and then he just stole off on him. He just like,
But so around the Trump thing, because you were talking about ads and swaying you. I watched a video called "Why Black People Vote for Trump." I was like, "Yo, this sounds crazy. Let me watch this." So I watched it, or like people of color, and I watched it. And after I watched it,
he was like, "Yo,"
I was like, "Yo, I might vote for this motherfucker."
He's not a bad guy.
But the main 3 things I got out of it, why people will vote for him. I was about to say obviously, but maybe it's not that obvious. But I didn't vote for him. But the main 3 things I got out of it was, like the whole "Make America Great Again," like for black people, it never was great, so we're kind of offended by that phrase. But for how he kind of like twists it is like, "Make America Great Again. Let's bring jobs back to America."
No, go for it. So
that was one. The third thing was, I'm like, what is he doing? 1, 3. The third thing is a lot of people feel like politicians lie to you anyway. Donald Trump isn't a politician. He's kind of like, he's out of that circle. So maybe he might bring some change. Fourth thing, he's a businessman. He's pretty successful. Maybe what he did on his scale, he could do for the country. So after I watched, but like it was like people talking about him, testimonies, and I was like, I could see why somebody would have voted for him. I mean, now, that's obviously somebody who didn't like do their homework and research and the deep dives that they need to do. But for some people, for ads, those are the people that they get. Like, if I can make it sound good, then.
But you shouldn't want to like vote in a CEO. Like, I think there's a certain moral compass that the president should have too. So like, when you're running based on like your success rates or your businesses or like how many jobs you're gonna bring and stuff, which politicians still do. Like other politicians still run based on that too. But like, this dude has zero compassion. You know what I mean? Like and even if he like, I feel like other presidents probably didn't before, but that kind of gave you that illusion.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I want straight honesty. You know what I mean? Because I think the honest thing with Donald Trump is he don't give a fuck. All he cares about is the bottom line. You know what I mean? Like how much money is being made and stuff. But even that is I mean, you can twist it to say it's classism, race, whatever. Like someone's getting hurt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when compassion should be within a person that has that much power in the world and stuff.
Definitely.
So I don't know. And you know what? You know what's funny though? Because like the biggest thing, especially if you're on either the West or the East Coast, is like everybody's like, it's the Midwest that fucked us all up. You know what I mean? So it's funny that you come from the not that I'm saying that you.
Damn, that's fucked up.
No, I'm not saying you voted for it. I don't have that. I don't feel like you did, and if you did, but we gotta talk off air. Like I'm gonna see you, bro. But nah, it's just funny, like the irony.
Yeah.
Because do you know people personally, like even like back home, that would be like, you know what, I'm gonna give this guy a chance.
Nah, I think most black people did that after he won. They were like, you know what,
but they should
maybe let's just see what happens. Yeah. But no, I don't know anybody that.
And that's the thing that fucks with me too, is like you got all these people that are like vehemently against this guy, but like he's still getting support from somewhere.
I think what happened was, it's social media. On your social media, people are your friends because on some level y'all like-minded.
Yeah.
So of course everybody on your timeline is gonna be like, it would be very rare for like, if you went on your timeline around that time and everybody was like, I'm voting for Trump. And you'd be like, wait, what? But do you want my friends though?
Do you want to? Yeah, that's exactly it. Because do you want to follow those people that's like, all the red, I want it. You know what I'm saying? Like.
No, but I think that's why we were all shocked, because we were all like...
Yeah, because we're all in our bubbles in a way.
That on top of... I think we all thought it was going to be a blowout. Like, this is like, all right, he got this far, but this is over. And then we were just like, wait, this is close.
Yeah. Nah, I just don't like... I think the thing that I don't like the most is that, like, how I'd be looking at white people now. You know, like as if it wasn't bad enough.
Yeah.
Like, now there's like automatic distrust, because it's like even if they're super nice, it's like, are you nice because you got the person you wanted in office right now?
I think about that sometimes when customers come in.
Yeah.
If I'm in like a jaded mood, I'm like, this motherfucker probably voted.
Yeah. It sounds like, and that's even trickier, because it sounds like a lot of the people that go into your shop are probably very liberal.
Yeah, I'm assuming that they are.
Yeah, but then like liberal people they're kind of tricky. They're very tricky, because like there's like, I was just talking to my lady about, everybody knows, like now everybody knows I talk to my sig other about like random shit. But like I think there's like a version of like soft racism. You know what I mean? There's
a jokey commercial out on YouTube called Diet Racism. Just check it out. It's like a drink that you like, you know, but you don't want to be super offensive.
Yeah.
Diet racism.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I just think there's certain things, just like there's certain things, and I mean, you call a spade, but especially within white people, where there's a certain attitude that that's inherited, that just is not good for the social good. It's not altruistic at all. You know what I mean? And I think no matter how liberal you are, there's still like a speck of that. If you don't address it, you know, you're shitting on somebody still in a way.
Yeah.
And so I think that happens in that like that liberal circle, of white people specifically, I guess, you know. So I don't know if you see it in your, you know, the shop or something, but I know I feel it sometimes.
No,
you know? And the thing that I almost feel sorry for them, but then I kind of like be like, nah, you gotta fix that. It's like you almost feel like they can't help it because it's almost like they need to go to therapy for it or something because it's just like this thing that like, you know, that gesture is because years of oppression. You know, but you don't want to be like that guy. Be like, you know, back in the 1700s, this is why you feel that you did this.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, it's strange. How about like musically? Like when did you start rapping?
Since I came out the womb.
You have bars? You was barring down your doctor? Like, yo.
Look, dog. Nah, when did I start rapping? I started in high school, but when I got serious about it, like paying for studio time, paying producers, my freshman year of college, I started going back home every other weekend, like recording.
You wish you started earlier?
Nah, I do wish I would have moved here earlier. Like, if I could do it over again, either I would go to college here or I just wouldn't go to college, but I would have moved here after high school.
Yeah, there's a benefit to that, for sure.
But I mean, we all got our own path, and it happened the way it did for a reason. But I think that, that's one of the things I would have changed. But yeah, I started in college. I put out a project called "Are You Listening Yet?"
Yeah.
And then a few more while I was in college, and then I moved here my senior year of college.
You moved here?
Yeah. I got a BA in arts management, and so for the last 12 credits, you have to do something in the field.
Okay. So your field was LA?
Well, a lot of people in arts management, they go work at a museum or art gallery or something. And all that's cool, but it wasn't like me. Well, also what I studied wasn't like what I wanted to study. It just seemed like the closest to like.
So you've always wanted to do something in the arts?
I want to do music, but I went to a traditional college, so the music program is
trash.
No, it's not trash. It's you play an instrument or you sing. Trash.
Is that trash?
So I mean, I guess depending on how you look at. They had a jazz studies program, and then people who want to be music teachers. And I'm pretty knowledgeable in music and music theory, but I don't play an instrument, and I don't. So that wasn't the path. So arts management was a mix of whatever art I want to take, business and communication. And I was like, all right, I'll do that. Yeah. So most of the times people do like a study abroad. For their last 12 credits, and I had already been in London. I did a theater in London trip like summer before. I was like, maybe I want to go somewhere where I want to be post graduation. So I ended up landing a fashion internship out here. Did that for like 8 months, and then that's how I got I finished my degree.
Nice. So you just whatever to get you to the music, really?
No, yeah. So music is always been number one. Fashion here and there, but not really. And then throwing events and marketing. I love marketing and coming up with conceptual like strategies to do things. That's like when I get excited about ideas and how to make them work. Yeah. So.
I wanted to ask you something. I forgot, bro.
Oh, I was just gonna give you a compliment. That's what I was gonna do. I was about to say, like, your ear is crazy.
Thanks.
You got a great ear for music. Like your beat selection, the productions on your projects are always A1.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. So when you got out here, was it everything you hoped and dreamed it would be?
No, it was trash. See, that's where we gotta implement trash. Yeah. No, when I first got here, everything, I think it still is, but I think I found my tribe and people I rock with, but everything was so superficial.
Yeah, yeah.
I got out here, it's funny, everything always leads to love and women with me, but
Absolutely.
I got out here,
say that, yeah.
and I went to H&M. I go to H&M sometimes, and there was this girl there. I'm not the type of dude that if I don't know you, I won't talk to you. That just feels weird to me.
Yeah.
Unless we got like a connection, like I know you, or we are on the same bus stop every day. Like that way, I got to lead in line. Like yo, like you live around here. Like, but if it's just like I see you walk across the street, this is my first time I ever seen you.
You're not gonna run across the street. You're not about to.
I don't got that kind of confidence
for that. Yeah.
But she was there at H&M. I tried on something. I asked her opinion. She was like, "Yo, no, that looks tight." I was like, "Okay, we kind of have a rapport. Small, very small, but we got something." And then my friend's voices in my head. He would always be like, "Yo, like you don't got nothing to lose. You might as well." I was like,
"Shot, bro."
So I went back after I bought the shirt or whatever I got, and I was like, "Yo, would it be too predictable to like ask for your number?"
Damn, you hitting the line right off the bat.
And then she was like, "So what do you do?"
Damn. So you gotta be somebody.
Like, and when I walked away, you know how like you be an argument, debate with somebody, you get all the good shit when it's over.
Yeah. You had the rebuttals.
When I was like, why? I was like, yo, you work at H&M? Why did I lie? Just like to mess with her, like you know. I was just like, I was so shocked by what she said that like I just kind of ignored it.
Yeah.
And I answered the question. And
what did you say?
I was like, I think I said what I did. I was like, what do you do? I was like, I'm a musician, but like, you know, I work at a coffee shop or fashion. Yeah. And then she gave me some number, but I don't think it was hers because she never hit me.
Dang.
But the point of the story is...
What's the point? Tell us the point.
That's how I
want to know.
That's how everything felt out here. It felt like,
okay, what
can I get from you? What can you do for me? And if it's nothing, then we ain't really speaking.
Yeah.
And I didn't like that feeling. I was just like, where I'm from, the Midwest, like, it's not that way.
Yeah.
And the first year, I just felt that a lot. I don't even like the word networking. Because, like, it's just, I'd rather it be organic.
Yeah.
I'd rather it be like, if I meet a photographer and we become best friends, we don't gotta be best friends. We just cool, cordial, we rock with each other.
Yeah.
Now, when I hear somebody like looking for a photographer, you're the first person that comes to mind.
Yeah.
I like organic, genuine relationships, not like, let me try to get to know you so you can.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, it just feels weird to me. So, but I do think that it's a balance. You kind of gotta have that, like, this is the person to know. Maybe I should, I don't know, but that always feels weird to me. So and maybe that's what I could be doing wrong. I don't know, but like, I'd rather it be like organic.
Yeah. No, I feel the same way. It's just like, I think there's a lot of people are really good at the networking part. You know what I mean? Like there's a way that people move in like time and space where it's like they can make something that's forced seem really organic, and that's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it just makes me uncomfortable. So like for me, like social settings it just feels strange. Like when there's a whole bunch of people, because I like diving into a person, you know, and not even asking them for shit, just you know, seeing who they are as a person and stuff. And so like when you out at an event, you know, that comes off as like, what do you want from me?
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, I mean, So like in the Midwest, how's it different though?
It just feels. I mean, sometimes it's clicky, but it feels more. It's not like that. It's not superficial, and we don't got a reason to be. There ain't no Hollywood out there. There's no. I mean, the next biggest thing is Chicago. So you would go to Chicago and then maybe try to meet people out there, but there's not that feeling of like I'm here so I can get on. Yeah. Like that energy is hungry. That energy is not not there in the same kind of way.
So you think if you were that person, you think you would be further than you are now?
Maybe, I don't know. I'm a homebody. Like if I didn't have to work a job and all I had to do was make music and travel to make music, I'd be at home all the time.
Same.
I just like being at home and creating and being in my own space. I don't really like. So my version of trying to get better at that is just like actually going to stuff I like. Yeah. Not like I'm not like my uncle was like, yo, why don't you try to work at a coffee shop where like the stars live at? I'm just like, I don't like. I appreciate people who like are that strategic, but like I'm not trying to get like it. Just not. If I always feel like if it's mine, then it's mine. If it's not meant to be, that's not. And I've got some opportunities and experiences where like it was organic and the people rock with me, and like that's how they came about. It wasn't no like me being super strategic. Just being myself.
Yeah. But you've been getting some you've been opening for dope people. You know what I mean? Like are you proud of that? Like
no, it's trash. No, I'm proud of it. The first year here it was more so about finishing school, finding a place to live. The second year, it was like the third year, which was like this year, last year, I started to catch my rhythm. Yeah. And it all started from, I'm gonna give you the secrets here. Sorry, it's not really a secret. But I used to work at Golden Voice.
Okay.
You know Golden Voice? They put on Coachella, the bands, blah, blah. So I was the person making coffee in their office.
Really?
They made a small budget for someone. I knew someone who worked there. She was like, yo, this isn't the most attractive position, but you could get your foot in the door. Yeah. I was like, cool. She's like, $15 an hour, you get paid every Friday, you go whatever show you want. I was like, bet. Yeah. Got in the door, and I guess this is strategic, I purposely made it a point not to tell them I did music. I didn't want to go on there on some, yo, listen to my music.
Yo, let's link, yo. I catch you at your studio.
And you would think that this is the great play, the marketing. These are people who throw Camp Flognaw with Tyler and Coachella and like, they booked the El Rey and the Novo and and I just didn't say anything. And then eventually they started to, I just made coffee, set out snacks on a couple floors, and this is in their headquarters downtown. And then eventually people started to like, hey, if I'm making you coffee every day, people like want to get to know you, like, yo, what do you do? Or like, what are you doing this weekend? And then if I was playing a show that weekend, I'm like, oh, I'm actually, playing a show. Yeah. Wait, you play music?
Yeah.
You do? Where can I hear it? They started listening to it. One event I threw, like 15 of them from the office.
Came through?
That's
what's up.
And then like...
Did you do well?
And it was a backyard show with my homie who plays the violin with me. It was at his crib.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
It was one of our most popping events, so that was cool. But by popping for backyard, it was like 110 people in the backyard.
No, that's popping.
He's like, no, that's popping. That's kind of poppy-ish. Yeah. And they came, and then I started to build a relationship with some of the bookers. They came to some shows. Yeah. I only had that job for a year. It ended last December. Word. And so now I have relationships with those people, and now when people like, yo, we think you'd be great for this opener, or like, yo, like, this person likes you, like, let me see if I can get you to open for them. So like, that skips a step, but the management of that person still has to like my shit. So like, what happens is they'll like, yo, we know this dude who's dope, we think it fits your sound, do you like it? And if they like it, then I get the green light to open if I want to. So that's how some of those opportunities have come, and I appreciate those people a lot. Yeah. But it was all for 3 months. Nobody knew I did music. I was just this dude there making coffee.
Yeah.
And I talked to somebody about that once, and she was like, "It's good you did that." There used to be a desk worker there who would like play his guitar to death, and I like
stop.
I was like, "You're doing way too much."
Like,
so just thirsty. And so yeah, I don't work there anymore, but some people I still have relationships with, and
no, that's good.
And they're saying is true. It's all who you know and like how much they like you.
It really is. It really is. I don't know what the percentage of it is talent, but I think the great deal of it is like just your connections with people and like you said, who you know, to get you where you want to be. Are you happy where you're at right now? You ever happy?
I think I have to. I'm not good at being present. I was kicking it with my homegirl, and she in her mind she was like, yo, she had like thought we were gonna hang out for the whole day.
Yeah.
And I was kind of trying to cut it early.
Yeah.
And I told her like I'm not good at being present. I'm always thinking about what I could be doing. I was like, damn, I could be making music. My girl went to go to the beach one time, and I was like, so I went after work, and then for her, she could stay there for hours. And for me, after 2 hours, I tried my best to like, I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to like just enjoy this. When it hit like hour or two, I was like, yo, so you trying to go back home or you trying?
But, so then where is? How do you write then? Like, where is that source from? If you don't have like, it sounds like you kind of restless.
Well, to answer your question before that, you was like, are you happy where you are?
Yeah.
On some level, I'm proud, but I'm always thinking about like next year. Like, I need to get a manager. I need to do this. I need to blah 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 blah. And so like because of that, I'm not present like in that sense. I'm always thinking about what I could be doing, and not just with music, about food too. Like, yo, we're gonna eat tomorrow. Like,
just in every.
I'm always thinking about that. So, but how I write, I don't physically write. What were you about to say?
No, I mean not just. I guess not just in writing, but like, how do you take a moment to be inspired? I guess. I mean, it could be about writing, but but that is interesting that you don't write. You do Jay-Z?
No, yeah,
Wayne,
I do that.
Records?
But it started with poetry. I'm a spoken word artist too. I used to slam a lot, slam poet. And when I would write my pieces, I would just do it in my head.
Yeah.
And to me, it's the same as when you write, because when you write physically, like you're adding things, you're tweaking things.
Yeah.
But to me, at the same time, I'm kind of doing both. Because as a poet, when you slam, you can't like slam with a paper. You can, but that's not a good look. Yeah. So
you have to memorize it?
Yeah, so most people write and then they memorize. Yeah. Me, I felt like I was doing both at the same time. So now, what happens is when you write physically, you write, memorize it, and then you get to work on your delivery. I got to do that earlier, like while the poem is being written. Like while I'm coming up with the lines, I'm also deciding how they're gonna be. And I don't have to take time to memorize them because like it all started there.
Really? So it just all kind of comes together as you're mentally writing it.
No, yeah, and I'll add like with poems and songs. Well, the song normally what happens is I get the hook and first verse right away. Yeah. And then I gotta move on to something else or a new song. Yeah. Because that's how it comes to me. Yeah. First. Yeah. And then like I'll go back to the song and then start writing another verse or bridge or whatever. Yeah. But that's usually how it comes. But I don't have trouble with like being inspired. A lot of my music is about like love and stuff. So it's whoever I'm with. Yeah. It's kind of usually not every love song, but like it's kind of based
around them,
around that person.
Yeah, I was listening to your stuff today, and I was like, there's something about and obviously you're in a relationship right now, so you probably don't do this as often. But there's something about the chase that's just like, that's something we don't ever want to kind of like let go. Like it's fun.
No, yeah.
Like there's so much inspiration in it, because it's like everything is considered with what you're attempting to, like, it just sounds weird when I say get. No, but like that's exactly what you're trying to do. You're trying to like have someone like you in a way, or like fancy you in a way that can lead into something else. So, but there's something that's very inspiring in that whole process, you know. And it's usually your subject matter in your song. It sounds like you. There's a lot of first time you met her type joints. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah.
And just like, and what's also really inspiring is missed cues. You know, like, because you get to learn about yourself in those moments too.
Yeah.
Like, it just have you seen Paid in Full?
Yeah.
You know that one part where some Mekhi Phifer? No. Yeah, Mekhi Phifer. That's the dude that's in there, right?
Yeah, that's
the drug dealer, right?
Yeah, the drug dealer.
He's like, I can't get out the hustle, bro. I love the game.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like sometimes. Like when you like really putting your good foot out, chasing, like that feeling of nervousness, or like how you gonna approach it, is just like, there's something about it that is like both fun and just causes a whole bunch of anxiety. That, like, how you not write about that, or like memorialize that moment, you know?
Yeah, I think it's funny because this last project is the first time, not the first time, but like, it's not even about me and my girlfriend at all. Like, we started writing one song that was about like wanting to be more than friends, and then we was like, yo, let's just run with that concept. But I've definitely like been there before, wanting to obviously wanting to be with somebody and like trying to convince them, and which is always interesting because like people always say if you want to do something you can achieve it when it's a goal, because it's just you and the goal. But when it involves a whole nother heart, mind, and body, like
it's a little different.
That's not true. Some people should just,
it takes another commitment on their
commitment, but sometimes you should just call. You can't treat trying to be with somebody like a goal. It's like, that's not one of those things that, it's one of those things that you could work hard and you still won't get it if they ain't into it.
It's they're like a whole different entity on their side that has to like buy into what you're doing. But yeah, I think the same thing, I guess the same feeling comes with like wanting to be more than friends too, you know? Because it's like, do you remember the exact moment when you stepped out the friend zone? You know what I'm saying? Like, or not. It didn't even sound like you and your lady were ever like, but like you just the homie type stuff, you know. But like when you guys became official, you know what I mean? Like this is what we are now.
Yeah, we had a moment where like, well, in the beginning, how I met her was she's the best friends with another one of my friends. And we were still in this art collective together back in Wisconsin. And she was there at the show. We were playing the show together, and I thought that was his girl. And I was like, but then I had to go do my research. So
you always got to do your research, man. You always got to do. I say it all the time. You got to see how they move in time and space, man. You got to see how they move.
So it was my homies, moms, and her. And I was just like, I was like, yo, like, So who's this? Blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, oh, so y'all together? And I was like, no, that's just my best friend.
Oh, so that's it. You was really trying to go in.
No, yeah. And I was just like, but it was one of those things where, because for some reason people think opposite sex just can't be really good friends. And I was one of those people. I was like, I'm not buying it. I don't know, maybe that's trying to hide something from moms. Yeah. But then it turns out that like, no, like they're really just really good friends. Yeah. But at that time, I was at the cusp of a new relationship, and she was too. Yeah, yeah. We weren't with these people, but we like just started like seeing them. Yeah. And then so we would keep in contact, kind of flirt here and there. Yeah. And then one summer, or like a couple summers ago, I was in Milwaukee, and we linked and we got together, and then that was the beginning of like, oh, we want to be more than just each other. For the first, because she was very sarcastic. Now I know it, but it came off like I didn't think she liked me.
You guys' humor just wasn't in line. You guys didn't know each other enough for that.
No, yeah, I just thought that like she was just like, who is this dude? Like who? So for the longest, I thought that she just wasn't feeling me. Yeah. And then later on, I found that that's just her. So it's funny when I meet her or when I'm introducing her to people, and she's being like sarcastic. They don't get it. They're just like, she's just playing.
She's just playing, dog. Yeah. But yeah, I think like that whole moment of like trying, I think this is what I'm trying to say. It's like that whole moment of trying to get somebody to be on the same page as you. You know what I'm saying? That whole process obviously it inspired you a lot to even like, I don't know if that's true life stuff or like what you were, what your concept was for Corduroy Velvet. Was that something you lived or?
No, yeah. I mean, I lived that with her. I lived that with like.
But like, why didn't you forget it? Like you said, like you probably lived it with other people too. So like, why didn't you forget it? Is the reason why I think it's so important and so inspiring.
I don't know. Maybe because like either I'm in the relationship or about to be in one. Yeah. And that's the about to be part. I think the coolest thing about the project is that like every time I play, and you transition from songs to talk. I learned because the phrase friend zone is kind of like problematic. So now it is. So it's always interesting. Like explaining that, but I think the cool part about the project is that like we don't know what the girl ever said. Yeah. We don't know if it ever works. Know. Yeah. We don't know if like. So it's just like from my end of like, I like this girl. I want to be with her. No, I really want to be like last song. Like, nah, I really want to be with you.
It's like every song is a step. Yeah. To more and more, like, I mean, it sounds, technically it's a step to infatuation,
Yeah. I used to have this friend in high school who wanted another one of our friends. And for like a whole year, maybe a year and a half, she was like, nah. And then one year, she was like, yeah. And then when he got her, he didn't seem to be like thrilled anymore. And then they had like a bunch of ons and offs, and they actually might still be together today. But they had at least outside looking in, they had a period where he was just like,
"I'm off it.
I'm off." Because now, and I think that's what happens. Like you get used to it, you get comfortable. Yeah. You forget what it felt like.
You love the game. Yeah. You love the hustle. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's just like there's something about that. Like really like. Firing on all cylinders, because what you're doing, you're trying to be the most appealing version of yourself. Yeah, and I think that brings up things. You start thinking in a certain way. Like it's almost like after the fact, it's like an outer body experience where you're like, damn, like. I didn't know, like the fact that I did that, or I had like the, in a way, creativity to say that at that moment is kind of strange. Like you would like, you know, when you thought about your friends in your head, you saying shoot your shot, you know, like like those moments are just like, you look back on it, it's like, who was that person? But nah, yeah. So why corduroy velvet though?
I was working at another coffee shop, and my homegirl, she's a fashion designer, super dope. Her name is Fatima. Okay. Her fashion label is Fatimoda. She's from Ghana, I believe. Okay. And I came into work, and she had on these like leggings. Yeah. And they were like, I think I actually was like, what is these, satin velvet? And she was like, nah, these are corduroy velvet. And I was like, whoa. I'm like a title person. Like sometimes I get titles and before music is even made. And that's what happened here. It's funny, that same coffee shop, the last project, where you played the EP release show, the Cigarettes Pouring a Lotto tickets, got the name from another friend who worked there from like, who like, what can you buy when you turn 18? He said it, but he said it in a different order. Yeah. But so she said that, and I was like, yo, damn, like that sounds like super smooth, silky production. And then that's where I got the title from. And then, so I know what I wanted to sound like, but nothing was made. The idea wasn't there yet. But my homie Quincy Jaguar, that's his artist name. His real name is Ken. He lives in Ventura, and there was like a 3 to 4 month period where I just kept going back to Ventura, and we would work on stuff. And then the bulk of it was like these songs, and I was like, yo, I want to work on this project, Corduroy Velvet. I think this actually matches the sound.
It does.
And then like that's how
the sound is crazy. Yeah, it's very well put together. But then right now I just had like a revelation on you. Is like, I think you're not present now because you're present like in the future all the time. Like that's where you kind of dwell. So like you coming up with like these, like just in conversation, it sounds like you're always thinking about music constantly. Yeah. Or like what you're going to do. And so it just made sense to me, because in a way I kind of get in, like when I know I got a project coming up, I'm like, everything matters. Every word I hear, like, and it sounds like you're in a constant state of that, you know, where you're just like, I get now how you stay inspired, I guess, because you're sensitive to everything. In a way, you know, that's cool. That's real cool. How long did it take you to make Corduroy Velvet?
I think we made it from, I don't know, probably like a few months. We made a couple of different projects that didn't even come out yet, but that was the one.
Why do you always do EPs?
I like, it's funny because a friend of mine was like, yo, it's time for you to do an album.
Dog.
I think I'm gonna drop an album August 31st, 2019.
What's different from an album and an EP to you?
Just a little longer. Because to me, I'm still gonna be like super conceptual about it. We're gonna like shoot music videos. I love a good conceptual. We're gonna like, it's gonna be a concept. We're gonna all the stuff I do for the EP, gonna do for the album. And probably more. I think that's what happened. Oh, because I get excited about ideas really, really fast. If I'm working on something, before that one's finished, I'm already like, I got like 3. I'll throw another one out. You might actually like this one, like from the producer standpoint. I got 3 cavities. Me and my girl made a bet. I was like, I don't got no cavities. She's like, every cavity you have, you owe me $30. I was like, well, you owe me $30? I had a Groupon to get my teeth cleaned. I went, and they were like, yeah, this is like a light cleaning. You have 3 cavities, and you need to get a deep cleaning. So then I was like, for 2 months in my head, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna make a beat tape. And then I'm gonna sell it for very cheap, and I'm gonna use that money to get my cavities filled.
Yeah.
And then lately, what it's turned into, a homie of mine does like these jazzy hip hop loops. He's been sending them to me, and I've been like, that's been in my head. And so now the project is called Jazz Cavities.
Okay.
Because it's like jazz samples.
Yeah.
And then in the music, I'm talking about, not directly talking about my dental shit, but like here and there, I'm hinting towards it. And so, so I just get ideas. I'm already thinking about that, how I want to promote it. And
everything is free game to you. Everything is an inspiration to you.
And then I get, let's say I'm working on something, I'm 3 or 4 records in, then I get really excited about something else.
Something else comes up.
I want to still finish this. So then like, I think that's what happens. Then like, so then I kind of like put myself in that box where like, but album, I'm thinking August, because that's my grandma's birthday month. And she died a couple Decembers ago. And I was like, I really want to do something with, I don't know if it's going to be about her directly or indirectly, but I'm still waiting for my uncle to send me some artifacts of pictures when she was little. Yeah. Found out her dad was like one of the leaders of the Black Party Panther where he was from. So just taking that and like, it's going to be called Avery, because her name is Vicky Ann Avery. I think
that's a hard name.
Yeah. I think when I do it, I want it to be 10 songs long. I don't know how long the whole runtime's gonna be, but like I want it to be.
No, that's my favorite number. I love it.
10 minutes, at least like 40, 45 minutes. I don't know yet, but like, we'll see. It's gonna be challenging because, like you said, like 12 minutes, 15 minutes, and
yeah. I don't think like the parameters matter. I think, and this is what you're good at. You put out, not that I wasn't even knocking EPs, honestly.
Damn, that's fucked up.
Nah, it's the what you're given that matters. So it's just like you put out quality shit, man. And so I was just wondering why you have have a label as an EP all the time. Like I was wondering, like, are these like little samples for, for getting signed or something? Or is it like, are you looking for something else? Or is it like, I don't know. I just didn't know why.
They're just short, so
but it sounds like you're always recording, so you have like a backlog of just like joints probably, huh?
Yeah. Not like I got friends who got like albums just sitting. Not like that, but like.
But you got here and there joints?
Yeah, I probably got like a couple EPs that just like sitting around. Probably like 8 to 10 songs that are like finished.
Yeah.
We talk about unfinished or just first verse. I mean, like probably closer to 20 then, but.
That's cool.
Oh, I forgot. The next one, I think it's gonna come out in February, my birthday, is Trap James. So it's me rapping over trap beats. So we're gonna see.
That's gonna be different, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna see. I've said some stuff on these records that I never thought was.
Really? Really? That's another thing. Is everything like content wise? Where do you see yourself prohibiting yourself the most? Like where you're like. Like
I'm not gonna say this.
Yeah.
Well, I don't call women bitches.
Yeah.
And that, like, I just don't, like, I don't know. Or, like, that bitch was on my, I probably, when I was in high school, it used to be cursing. Yeah. And now I think it's like that. But I've said some stuff on here that, like, it's probably going to be the first project where, like, it's not 100% for my life. It's just me swag rapping and like talking, because that's what the beats call for. Yeah. But like shit, that's just not true in my life. But like not like stunting, not true. Just like, bro, that's not you. Yeah. You ain't hard.
Yeah. So you just doing it because the beat.
I think it's something that I always wanted to do. I tried to make it a couple years ago, and it didn't sound believable at all. Yeah. And now it sounds a little bit more believable. Yeah. So I was like, but
So this is just
like for fun. It's not gonna be long at all. I'm thinking 3 songs.
Just
like a little teaser.
Scope a little
bit.
Just
to see. The thing that I keep thinking about is like, damn, what if this hits and this is the shit that people want?
That'd be soul sucking. Honestly, like that'll hurt. Man.
It's like, this is a show.
Yeah, it'll hurt, but at the same time, it's like you get money off of it. So it's like, damn, this is it. I wonder if there's people like that now. Like I just be like, because it doesn't take much to make a hit. I mean, but then that's me saying that is like pretentious and stupid, because it's like, all right, then you do it. It's like the same thing, like when you see like contemporary art, but it's like at the end of the day, everything sounds the same, So it's like you have a certain ingredients to make a hit. But I wonder if those people are sitting there like, they got like the most fire joints that they made 5 years ago. And this is shit that's taken them to Europe. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how, I can imagine that. For me, that would feel like discouraging.
That's why I'm all about the getting it organically, doing what you want, so that when it happens, it's all real. Down to social media, like once I get to the numbers that I want, like I'll know that they're all real, because I'll know that I never bought anything.
Yeah.
As opposed to like buying something and then that helping it and then you push it. Like, how do I know what's real then? Like, how do I know? I got 60,000 followers, but earlier in my career I bought 10,000. Like, how do I know like what? I just rather, and maybe this is gonna be the long way to get to it, but I'll know that I got it.
That's exactly how I feel. Like for me, and it's probably to my detriment, like I always think like, for me as like a producer, beat maker, person that makes music, or just person that makes things in general, especially in music, I feel like, well, I'm slept on in a way, but then like I also think that's my fault. You know what I'm saying? Because authenticity matters more to me than anything. That reigns supreme. So I'm not like out there forcing people to listen to my shit. Like I really appreciate the journey of people, how people get to the music. I find that very valuable. So there's a certain thing where even when you're genuine, it can hold you back in a way. But then you have to make that decision of like, is that something you can live with or not?
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Yeah. How you feeling?
Good. I think I gotta pee though.
Can you answer one more question?
No, yeah, for sure.
What is something...
Trash. No.
What is something the world doesn't know about you but shit?
I eat my boogers. No,
still?
Sometimes I don't. That's like every other time.
I feel like we all do when we like, and then swallow.
What's something that the world doesn't know about me? It would have been like the pastor, preacher shit, but
they knew now.
They know now.
Yeah.
It could be something simple, or do it have to be something?
It can be anything. It can be like, yo, yesterday my earwax fell out and I was bugging. That ever happened to you? Like, had your earwax just fell?
Nah.
Damn.
Fall out?
Yeah, like that never happened to you?
How much earwax do you?
Because I don't. Do you use Q-tips and stuff?
We're out of Q-tips right now, but normally, every time in the bathroom.
See, that's why you're not supposed to do that, man. I'm trying to save my ears.
You're not supposed to clean out your ears?
That's what they say. They say like you're not supposed to put anything smaller than your elbow in your ear canal. But they're just saying don't dig in your ears. But that's someone telling you that. I don't know, you know?
Yeah. I heard that about the Q-tip. like that specifically.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that about like cleaning your ear.
But yeah, I think because of that, like I get buildup and it just like
fall. I was gonna say how much earwax you got that it can fall.
And
out
then
of
sometimes
your ear.
I'll be bugging out because I think it's like a bug that's like that just. And so yeah, it looks nuts. But you don't have that problem, so.
Nah. But what's something? I mean, the first few things that come to mind is like I don't eat eggs, but not because of a vegan thing. I just don't like them.
Oh, you the pickiest eater.
No, I'm not picky.
Right.
I'm not. If we throw away the vegan thing,
Yeah.
I'll eat anything that doesn't have eggs in it.
It's
like
not bitter. And
not bitter. What you mean? Coffee was bitter in the beginning of my coffee career. So
it
I didn't
doesn't taste like alcohol.
The food doesn't taste like alcohol.
No, I'm just playing with you. I'm just trying to bring everything you just picky up.
But yeah, I'll eat anything that doesn't. I don't like eggs. My mom made me eat them when I was little.
Yeah.
Like most parents, I'm assuming, at least black parents, they're like, you don't leave that table till you finish your food. I eventually finished it, and like I threw up, and so that's my association.
Like my brother, man.
With eggs.
What's wrong with you guys, man? Eggs.
But it can have eggs in it. It just can't be like. Sometimes even French toast is like iffy because it's like
it's a lot of egg.
Yeah, you can taste eggy.
Yeah.
But I can rock with the smell of it. But tasting it or it visible, it being in rice, like it's just nah. And once I find out it's in it, it's wraps. I don't want it. I was eating a burrito once and I looked down. I ate half of it already, and I looked down, it was an egg.
Oh, so it's more of a like.
Nah, I can't.
Once you know,
it's over.
Yeah.
Not even. It's not allergic at all. It's just like
you just
once I know or see it.
You're not fond of the EGGs.
No, it's over.
All right. You feel good? You need a pee? You get restrooms over there.
Yeah, it's a good pee. Yeah.
All right, man. Thanks for doing this.
For sure. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.